Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Welcome to some live drafting of best ball here on RotoGrinders.com. You got Dan Bach, Britt Devine, and Mr. Tuttle 05. And this is your opportunity now to compete against us. And not in, we're playing DFS all over the place. I get that you can compete against us, but you're talking about 1 in 12 spots in Best Ball Mania on the Underdog Fantasy app. Get in right now. There's 8 spots remaining for you viewers out there. And what we're going to do is incentivize you a little bit is if you're in this draft with us, you end up getting the 1.12 or at least the latest pick that's beyond ours. We're going to give you a RotoGrinders t-shirt. You just got to hit us up and we will take care of that for you. If you haven't downloaded the Underdog app, make sure you do it. It's available for iOS, Android, and on the desktop as well, as you can see Britt's cell phone right there. And again, this is a fun app, $1 million Best Ball Mania. I believe it's 200,000 going to first place. Might even have some overlay. We'll see. But I'm excited for this. I've drafted probably about 10 maybe or so of these Best Ball Mania teams. Britt, I heard you did one with Grant yesterday. How did that go? Were you satisfied with your team?
It's all right. I mean, the underdog, man, that's a tough crowd on these. There's some smart people playing these. It's you don't always get the stacks you want. People are sniping you left and right, but that's part of the competition, I guess.
Yeah, and of course, Mr. Tuttle, you came in and told us leading up, this is your first one of the season. So that means that you're probably going to get made fun of at some point in time during this.
Means I'm probably going to take your money. I'm just trying to even the playing field a little bit.
I like it. Well, since we've got Britt's phone up, we should click his Twitter DMs just to see if there's anything out there, because that's clearly been the story of DFS Twitter today is the old Twitter DMs.
If you want to see me discussing trades with Davis Maddock and other people, we can go ahead and go through that. But other than that, that's all you're going to find.
I
feel like it's a lot of dynasty DMs.
that's what goes down in my DMs.
I am in a league with Britt, and he is completely annoying when it comes to draft. I mean, shocker, no. Everybody's shocked by that, but I mean, how many deals did he throw out there when Damian Williams decided that he wasn't going to play to try and get Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right?
You want to sell? I have all the Clyde Edwards-Helaire because I was smart, right? So I'm trying to sell them for a boatload to all my opponents, and none of them are biting on the trades I'm offering right now. So.
Well, we got 4 spots left, so we want to draft against you guys. So again, get in this. It's your opportunity to play against us, and who knows? This draft, somebody is going to at least make it onto the playoffs, and from there, and a little bit different, because if you don't know about Underdog, by the way, creators of the draft app basically kind of came up with this model. And it's a little bit different than their best ball championship on draft, because last year you had to win the league. This year you only have to finish first or second in the 12-man league to make it to the playoffs. I think is that changing any strategy for you, Britt, or not really?
Are you sure? Because I was under the impression that you got to win and then some get in from second. Are you sure?
I am pretty certain that it's first and second.
I'm playing to win the whole thing when I make my teams. So I'm assuming my teams are advancing into the playoff format anyway when I'm making my teams. And if they don't, oh well, it's very hard to win the regular season, right? Then win week 14, win 15, just to get to week 16 and then ship the whole thing. I'm making all my teams assuming they're going to make it to the finals anyway. If they don't, oh well, that's part of the game, but I'm trying to win the whole thing. So that's my interpretation.
I am trying to confirm that, but I am almost certain that it was first and second make it in this.
I'll pull up some rules.
Yeah, so we can check in on that. And okay, Tuttle, where do you want to be drafting here? I know this is your first go round, and if you say first, it's just a terrible answer. It's just a lame answer. So give me something.
You got to take the turn, right?
Yeah, that's first.
No, not that turn.
Yeah, honestly, the bigger question is, where do you not want to draft? And I think for me, it's like 1-5, right? Like I don't really want to take Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, it's after all the top running backs come off. I'd say even 1-4, depending on how you're feeling about Kamara.
I don't really want to be like 8, 9, 10, 11, something like that. I don't mind the turn. You can set up some stacks that way, but that end of the first round, pretty meh in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and it also kind of depends because, again, the way this format works, again, with the playoffs, 3 spots to go. So get on in, download that app, load that $25 in, and you can play with us in this Best Ball Mania. And, obviously the key, I still think, is to play the stacks because, again, when you basically make it to the playoffs, it's a 1 week. You have 1 week to advance. So you basically want to play that week like a GPP and your standard salary cap DFS. And basically, what are we all doing in salary cap DFS? We're running stacks out there. So I think that's the key. And I've been doing, like I said, I've done maybe 10 of these. And it's really difficult to get that Chiefs stack. Last year was a little bit easier. This year, not a whole lot of luck getting the Chiefs stack. So
spend a lot of draft capital if you're going to get that Chiefs stack.
I've seen teams that have that already. I do want to note, Dan, you are correct. At the end of round 1, the top 2 performing entries in each group will advance to round 2. Round 2 will consist of 7,200 entries in a 612-person groups. And then if they don't fill it, right, even some third-place teams will get in. So I want to let you know that you were correct.
Yeah, last year when draft overlaid, there was a handful of second-place teams. So I'd even be better if we get some third-place teams.
We live.
We are good to go.
Huddle with the 1-3, Yokohama. If you are out there, right, go slide into the DMs of Dan Bach. And you can get yourself a RotoGrinders t-shirt for getting that 112 up.
Yeah, slide into my DMs or hit up the producer, Devin. He'll take care of you. But, Yokohama, you get an RG t-shirt. You're drafting 112. I am 1.6, so kind of exactly where I didn't want to be. Wonderful. Pretty
Perfect
much
spot.
that. And, Britt, where are you at? You're 111.
I'm 111. I got no chance to win this.
That's where he didn't want to be either.
I know. We got everywhere we didn't want to go. So, all right, we are live here, man. And
I would much rather have that 112 than the 111 because, like, you're losing a spot at the 12, right? But then if you want stacks, you can just get it, and you're assured of getting whatever it is that you want there.
This is the first draft I've done where McCaffrey didn't go 1.1.
Who's giving away free money? IU Champ 95.
I would have been okay if McCaffrey would have fallen to me at 3 there.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think it's McCaffrey. It's pretty much a no-brainer there. Is it Zeke or is it Saquon for you if you had a choice there, Tuttle? If you were in that 2
I would have gone Saquon.
I think so too. I think it's a bounce back year for him. All right, I am coming up here real soon, and here we go. This is right where I didn't want to be. Okay, well, I didn't have to. Tyreek Hill. Oh my goodness, that's early for Tyreek Hill. I'm just gonna take Dalvin Cook this year. I mean, that guy was a stud last year when he was healthy. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too cute taking the rookie here this early. So Dalvin Cook it is for me.
If I timed out or something, because my phone, I am like
no.
Britt's gonna auto pick.
It's not up to you yet.
We live now. Here we go.
Okay. I was going to say, Britt's going to auto pick. It's going to be terrific.
Oh, man. I'd want a refund for that.
Okay. We got Uncle Mayweather in the chat with us. He's drafting from the 2 spot. So he was the one that got awfully lucky there with McCaffrey falling to him. So
we got on Twitter, it looks like Blob Dylan is the guy who won the t-shirt.
Blob Dylan? Nice.
He says the DMs aren't open, though.
Oh, that's good. It's probably
well. I don't want to get in trouble these days. So, geez.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, we'll open those up a little bit after the show for you, Blob. So we'll get you that RG T-shirt. Thanks for playing in this best ball with us. Okay, Britt's on the clock here, and interesting.
Am I? Like I'm still on the pick before me.
No, you've got 14 seconds to go here, my man.
Well, I'm gonna just star a couple guys and hopefully it works for me.
This is a shame.
Who did you star first, just so we know, in case just to see if this works?
I want Miles Sanders. Did he get taken?
He is gone.
Yeah, he got taken right in
all
front
so
of you.
I put Mixon.
You got Mixon.
Okay, you got Joe Mixon.
I'm gonna restart my app, and I don't know. We'll pray to see if that does anything. So
all right. Well, we'll definitely.
But I got Mixon, so I guess that worked.
Was he was the next one up? So maybe that's what you need to do is just start your favorite players.
Starring some guys.
And you're almost on the clock again.
Yeah, it looks like we're golden here too now. So
right.
Drake one, I was hoping I can get Drake. Just the whole half PPR. I think I'm going to take Nick Chubb here.
I can't take Kenyon Drake in the first round. I cannot do it. I do not trust that this guy is going to be healthy all year long. He's never
so bad in the running back landscape and half PPR. You just got to take it, I think.
No. Why do you take a guy that you don't think is good? Like, I think he's fine, but I don't think there's any chance that he stays healthy. Zero chance. And you really want to take that with your first pick? I think it's crazy talk. Give me Chase Edmonds all day long later in this draft.
The zero RB.
I mean, even if he's like my fourth, fifth running back, I'm fine with that. All right, not too many surprises. Josh Jacobs off the board, Kittle off the board at 2.4. I'm coming up here. And let's see what we got.
That first pick was easy for me. Now it gets hard being the first draft.
Yeah. Well, the 1.2 or the 111, 112 are the best because you just don't have to pay attention until your turn comes up, and then you got 2 picks in a row.
The first
drafted in the middle is the worst.
The first 3 picks, really the first, right? The first, I said this on the show yesterday, and I've tweeted out. You literally feel like you're cheating when you get the 101 because you get your choice, pretty much Christian McCaffrey, right? Then you'll see here, right? You get one of the best quarterbacks if you want it. You can get one of the best tight ends, not in this draft particularly. They both won. Or you can get a wide receiver that is you can really see a path for him to be the number 1 scoring overall wide receiver. It's literally cheating to get that first pick.
Kenny Galladay. He's been dropping in some drafts.
Celebrate.
It'll be all right. There you go.
I picked him just for that song.
There you go.
Where is Stafford going in these? Is he going deep and out later on?
He's like mid-round.
Yeah, he's 9, not 10, that 11. Much. He's actually not that much later than your boy Rodgers is going. Rodgers is dropping like crazy in these drafts.
Yeah, I'll take hopefully get Stafford dropped to me.
You're gonna take
TJ Hawkinson towards the end too,
because you got another one coming up here. Any interest in Lamar or Mahomes with your picks coming up? Oh, Mahomes is gone.
Nah, wave. It's hard, like you guys said, it's hard to get that KC stack to work, and Tyreek's obviously off the board.
But do you even need – I know you want stacks in theory, but it's hard. You're not going to get all the stacks you want in these. The competition's pretty tough in these. The half PPR, too, sort of limits your stackability. I'm okay. I'm surprised Lamar Jackson – like, I don't know how you pass up Lamar Jackson here. I don't care what the hell you're doing.
Give me Juju over Lamar.
Oh, Lamar Jackson. Let's see if he falls to me. Let's see if he falls all the way to me. West Coast Gem is almost certainly going to take him here. Guarantee it. Oh,
Chris Carson.
The running back thirst is so intense.
Is he going to do it?
Yeah, I'm going to do it. Are you kidding me?
How do you not get the running back like 8 with a number of QB1?
Yeah. And yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that where I got him.
You might even get Andrews. You can get Andrews or Marquise Brown. You're good.
There's no way I'm taking Andrews. I'm not because he's going way too early, and there's just major touchdown regression waiting for him to hit this season. Unless he majorly falls, I'd rather take a shot on, a few wide receivers for cheaper.
I get it, but having an elite tight end in these formats is one of the bigger edges I think you can get. And there's that Hayden Hurst guy who ran all the routes, right? He gone. Boyle, he's like the blocker. I think Andrews is in the store for a huge season.
He was pretty darn huge last year. I don't know. I just don't see him paying that salary off, especially when you can get some pretty good tight ends later in the drafts. I mean, that's the big thing for me to look at is, guys like Ingram or Hurst. I love Jonnu as well, and these guys are going way late in drafts.
You've been talking to Soccer Dave too much.
Maybe a little bit. I'm wearing the dark blue today for the Titans. All right. So, Britt, did you?
I took Mark Andrews.
You took Mark Andrews. Well, good. Then I
think
don't have to worry about that.
He can legit be the number one tight end this year.
Could legit be the number one tight end. I mean, last year we were drafting him in like the 12th round. Not for me, but good thing I don't have to worry about it. You're back on the board again, Britt.
I'm aware. I'm going to make some strategical choices.
Mixon, Chubb, and Andrews is your team at the moment. You got 2 week 9 buys at the running back position already.
I'll take care of that later on. The top 2 getting in, right? I think that does change your strategy just a smidge.
Yeah.
So like I would tend to not. You don't want like 7 week 9 guys on your team. Your team's just going to be so bad that week that it's going to hurt you in the long run. But I'm okay having 2 or even 3 of even my top guys all having the same bye week. I think with the top 2 getting through, I think it's sort of okay as long as you make your team pretty good.
So you took DJ Chark. Is that you took him above ADP there? Did you not?
I did.
By about 10 picks here.
So
38.
what I'm doing is there's a couple of things. I love Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. I specifically like Robert Woods, but one of the things I'm doing is I'm making my team under the assumption that my team's getting into the playoff run. So when I look at the Rams, they've got to play against New England week 14, right? They've got to
okay.
They play the Jets week 15, which is all right, right? That's a cupcake. They play at Seattle. Their defense has gotten a little bit better, I think, right? So when I get to the dance, in theory, I want to have a team that I think I can stack cheap, right? Like I can get Minshew cheap later in the draft. I don't have to spend all like a mid-round pick on Goff if I get that stack to work. And I want my team to have really good playoff schedules. So that's sort of the assumption.
But here's the problem, Britt. It's freaking
I know.
August 7th, and you're predicting who's going to be good in week 14 of the regular season. Who's going to be a good defense?
You think the Patriots
man.
Defense isn't going to be good?
They could be a terrible team this year. They absolutely could be a awful team. Maybe Cam Newton isn't any good. Hightower's already not playing. Chung is not playing. This could be full-on tank mode for the Patriots to get Lawrence or Fields. Could be.
Bill Belichick is not having any of that tank talk, I can guarantee you.
But this is the first year Belichick has coached without Brady since when? It's been a while.
He is not going to tank this year.
Oh, all right. I mean, I'm just saying, making that assumption, I think, is not the wisest thing on the board. Wisest idea.
So this is where the running backs drop off, huh?
Yeah, it gets real ugly.
Pretty soon. Like, I think Fournette, after Montgomery goes, then it's a big drop off. I
don't even love taking these guys here though either.
That's why I just bit my tongue. I don't love Chubb, right? I don't love Mixon, but if you don't get him in that first round, you are just chasing the entire draft. You got to have like 7 running backs, and that's just not. I don't think a good way to make teams.
Cobra Scale says Hammer 74 says I am woofing. Absolutely, I'm woofing. That's what I do in this thing. That's what this show is about. Is woofing a little bit. Woofing. Yeah. I don't get to talk trash because I can't play sports anymore. Ever since I busted my calf before that basketball game, I can't do anything but golf. It's literally
have you been shooting it all lately?
No, I have not picked up a basketball. Can't do it, man. Cannot do it. Golf is it. Golf and actually tennis. I picked up tennis, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's some running backs here. Let's see what we got. I don't know if I really want to go that route, but I don't love these wideouts.
What's your team? I got your team pulled up here. You got any thoughts on what you're attempting to do, DB, or you just clicking buttons?
No, I mean, God. What did I say? I say you're supposed to stack, right? I really want to take Marquise Brown in this. You know what? Why not? It's best ball. All right, I got my stack.
Yeah, I don't think with Lamar you have to, right? Because there's a bajillion ways Lamar can get there on any given.
You don't have to, but I mean, it's not like Hollywood isn't a big play guy that kind of fits the best ball.
Did you see 20 pounds?
Yeah,
all
added
muscle.
20 pounds.
All muscle.
So he weighs what? 160 now, maybe.
He was 160. He's 180. I weigh more than him.
I heard Daniel Jones put on 9 pounds of muscle too. He's like 229. I saw that this morning. Although I'll tell you, this is an interesting one. I want to get Tuttle's take on this. I heard something on ESPN like 2 days ago. Antonio Brown to the Green Bay Packers. Whew. I think it actually is like the perfect fit. They did absolutely nothing for Rodgers in the offseason, in the draft. They made the NFC Championship. He's only sign him to a 1-year deal, and you can get rid of both of them after the season, right? Like,
I mean, it's a pretty little downside play. Not a whole lot of downside there, so why not? I mean, you're not going to get him to play until week 9. He's suspended the first 8 games at least.
Where do you draft him here? I mean, he's going to get drafted. I think it's a great upside play, right? Imagine your team's going and you get that late season push in the playoffs. You hit with Antonio Brown. I mean, if he's even capable of playing football still, that seems like a lot of upside.
Is it? I was been on vacation. Did that come out in the last week that it's 8 games for Brown?
Yep.
Yeah. I still like it though. I think it makes some sense.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty grim after Devontae.
Britt, is your phone working or are you just stalling?
I was debating. I'm getting all my running backs out of the way.
Mostert, huh?
Mustard. He reworked his little contract, and I think he's pretty clear the number one there.
Jerick McKinnon.
Who?
Jerick McKinnon. You're not into breakout Jerick McKinnon. Somebody said he's going to be the breakout player of the year. One of his teammates.
Breakout of his ankle player of the year.
All right.
Spark score, baby.
What do we got here? I'm coming up in 2 picks.
I mean, I like my team so far, but I'm feeling like I'm not going to be liking the running back depth.
I'm going to pull it up for everybody here. Tell me some of your thoughts are.
Kind of went with the 3 receivers that I can give the QBs late for stacks, so I have options. If one of them gets taken. Mm-hmm. Mentioned that I like the Hawkinson pairing.
Your team is pretty good. I like your little setup here, Tuttle.
Yeah, I don't mind it for a first pick of the year.
Coming in hot, beginner's luck. Your draft's going pretty good.
The question here is what to do now. Oh no, DB took the Rojo.
I did take the Rojo.
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
The over's that Kool-Aid.
I mean, as a third running back, I'm all right with it. I mean, I could use wide receivers, but AJ Green, Michael Gallup, I really want to take these wide receiver 2s at this point in time. I can wait another round or 2 and get a player of that caliber, where at running back, it's like you're almost already on backup running backs. Tevin Coleman is the next highest ADP right now.
Speaking of which, I just took J.K. Dobbins.
I love J.K. Dobbins. He's going to be the guy, I'm telling you.
I hope so.
Ingram was too good last year, I think. I think at best it's like 50-50 when it's probably going to be like 50 Ingram, 30 Dobbins, 20% everyone else, and I still think Ingram's the guy to have here. I would straight up take for fantasy points this year Zach Moss over
Singletary
over Dobbins. No, over Dobbins.
Over Dobbins.
You need to make a little side wager
for this year.
I think Dobbins. It's not going to be right off the bat, but I think when it's all said and done, this guy was an elite player at Ohio State against really good competition. Carried the load. Can catch the football. He's unquestionably, from my eyes.
I will love him the second Mark Ingram is off that team.
That could happen like week 2.
You are correct.
But I think he's in play. I think he'll outplay him regardless, and it's gonna be hard to keep him off the field.
Ingram was such a fit in that system last year. I don't
Oh,
know.
but you got
I think anybody can be a fit in that system.
What was your running back too? Better go running back here again, Tuttle.
I got my pick lined up.
It's not
if Uncle Mayweather doesn't take it here.
It's not horrible if you get like Zeke, right? Because when you take Zeke or Saquon or CMC, or I think you can put Dalvin Cook in that same role as well. When you get one of those, that guy has to get you like 20 fantasy points every week, or guess what? You're not going to win anyway. So I think you can actually go a little light at running back when you happen to get one of those top running backs that are just going to get those points, because if they're not getting them for you anyway, or they get hurt for any significant amount of time, your team's just done anyway. You have no shot.
So I've got 2 8 bye week wide receivers. That does not bode particularly well for what's on the board right now. I'll take Jarvis.
And I'm pot committed to the Lions double stack now.
So the question is, who is going to snipe Stafford early just to piss off Tuttle?
Yep.
I'll do it just live on. I'll take them right now.
Are you gonna?
I'm gonna take him with my next pick, so you better take him now.
I got good news for you, Tuttle. He's got 2 home games, week 14 and 16, against Green Bay and the Buccaneers.
We got Britt. We got Britt the Scout here.
I like it.
We got
the schedules.
Home games in the playoffs, right? That's what you want. When the weather's crappy everywhere else and you're playing indoors, sounds pretty good. Unless the roof blows off, right? Then we're in trouble.
Cobra Kai's back says week 8 and week 9 are the rough bye weeks.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yep.
All right. I got to do something at receiver here.
So, Tuttle, are you going to go little Hawkinson as well, or is that just too much Detroit in your life?
I'm not going to force it, but I mean, if he's sitting there towards the end of the draft, I may do it.
Okay.
Why not?
I mean, at the end of the draft, he's not going to be there at the end of the draft.
Well, not end. What's his ADP right now?
He is 126, so he's before Goddard, Jonnu, Blake Jarwin, right after Fant and Hooper.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll invest that much.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna pray for no concussions on Brandon Cooks. I think he's got some upside. If he doesn't get KO'd.
Somebody's got to catch the ball for that Houston team. Do you have any interest in David Johnson this year?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he's the guy until he's not. I like Duke too.
I think he's got to have a huge chip on his shoulder too. I mean, he was just got traded from a team that, he was super effective with for a few years, and then they just kind of cast him away at the end of the season. And he looked awful, though. I mean, he must have been hurt because he looked like Jerome Bettis at the end of last season. So, got to get healthy. But I'm kind of with you. I've got a handful of David Johnson so far in best ball.
Definitely want a particular player here, but I'm just not going to get the stack. Wide receiver is starting to get pretty ugly. See Crowder, he's pretty clearly the number one there.
So you went Mixon, Chubb, Fournette, Mostert.
I'm just gonna leave my 4 running backs, and I got 4. I think I wish they all had different bye weeks, but I think I'm just gonna roll with 4 and try to get an extra stack in there somewhere with a quarterback.
Yes, let's see what we got. Yeah, the wide receivers really drop off right around here. Darius Slayton, I've got some, but I have no faith that he's going to be what we saw at times last year. I mean, that seemed like it was really built on there was nobody else, right? Like Ingram was gone.
15
Shepard was
receivers
gone.
I'd take ahead of him.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, he's all right. I'm gonna take Tyler Higbee here. I'm a believer.
Well, you didn't see the Gerald Everett splits, Stan? Come on. I mean, they're everywhere. How do you miss those? Even on vacation, they're getting beamed right into you, I bet.
Yeah. No,
I agree with you. I agree with you, by the way. I don't care about Gerald Everett at all.
Yeah, no, I don't care about him whatsoever. I mean, Higbee was dominant at the end of last season. So
does anybody have a take on Matt Breida versus Jordan Howard?
My take is Miami's going to be good.
I agree. I think they're like, if I was making a bet, I'd bet them to win that division at lowest
I said that
odds.
yesterday. They're
Yeah.
like plus 800 or 900 right now.
I think it's Jordan Howard personally, but
Oh, you wait until I take Matt Breida. Thank you.
there's-
Breida's got to have the upside.
Oh,
right?
you got the spark. You're the spark score, right?
Yeah.
And there goes Zach Moss. Someone else is drinking. They're sniping guys on me.
Breida's got to be. Do we have Josh's tool on RG, the evolution,
It's
best
not
ball
like
evolution?
it's not completely functional. Last time I checked.
Curious what because Breida's been getting the hype lately.
yeah, I mean, I've been doing these and I haven't been seeing him. He's moved up a little bit, but
Yeah,
I
not a
think
ton, not a ton.
He was like a 11th, 12th rounder 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And when I say I'm not like definitive that it's Jordan Howard. It's probably like 60-40. Like it's not, I think it's going to be, I think I probably would have taken Sony over both of them, but.
And don't
if you
people
like dusty knees.
Oh man.
People out there always think too, right? Like, oh man, someone got Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the 3rd round and they're unbeatable. But the thing about once you draft closer to the season too, you'll be able the teams that are drafted or right before the season starts are typically the ones that actually score the most points because you have all the information of what's going to happen there. So don't let that throw you off thinking somebody's already won because your ideal portfolio would be you're just sort of drafting a couple every now and then all throughout the whole season. But, typically right at that end of the season, especially with COVID, as soon as camp starts, people's ACLs are going to be popping left and right because they haven't been doing anything. So there'll be people on the draft board now that other teams won't have. So don't feel that you're in a disadvantage at all.
It's the old Tyreek Hill situation from last year that everybody was so sure.
Freaking out.
God, man, that was.
And then a Dolphin stack wins everything week 14
Yeah, exactly.
or week 16.
Devontae Parker,
Dude, that was one of the best DFS weeks.
Oh, man.
That was so hot against the
So
Bengals.
crazy. How far did you? I think I went. I was quarterfinals. I think I got to last year in the draft. In the draft final. So that was a fun sweat, though. That was a fun sweat. Like that's the thing about best ball is obviously the set it for and forget it is great, but I love tracking it throughout the season and seeing which teams were going to have a chance at it and which teams were completely toast. And I made money on it last year just and I only played the best ball championship, but I was way overweight on Lamar last year. Like
must be
probably
nice.
my highest owned player. So I don't know who falls into that category yet this season, but got to figure out who that's going to be.
I'll just get in.
I think it's Matt Breida probably.
All right.
I don't think so.
I'm like the only believer in Sammy Watkins, so I'm gonna take him.
Oh man!
Everyone wants McCole Hardman, but I'm taking Sammy Watkins.
Look at that, Britt. Your team is not very good right here. I'm sorry, but you got Cooks, Jamison Crowder, Watkins, and DJ Chark, who probably is gonna lose reps to my boy Laviska Shenault out there in Jacksonville. Oh man,
who says I'm not gonna get Laviska Shenault in like the 16th round?
Because he'll probably go to me in like the 14th if you're.
Good Laviska hype today, right?
Laviska it is the Laviska hype when Gardner Minshew comes out and says he's a beast.
Okay, he was awesome to play in college football DFS before last year. Last year he was kind of whatever, but he was a beast.
Cobra Kai says this year's Lamar's Dwayne Haskins. No. I mean, he could be fine. He could be Matt Stafford, but he's not going to be Lamar. I mean, the only guy who has the ability to be Lamar is Kyler Murray. That's it.
I don't even think people are like, who's this year's Lamar? There is no this year's Lamar. It's literally impossible to have a quarterback do that this year.
Totally agree. All right, I got to get back on the wide receiver train here. Are you buying the Brandon Ayuk hype? I've seen him drafted in front of Deebo Samuel in these drafts. Yes.
I like it for a couple of reasons. One, I think there's already some chatter. Deebo probably not ready for the start of the season. And I think that coincides with his injury. Twitter has a million football doctors now apparently, and everyone says not going to be 100% for the start of the season.
Ciao.
And the second thing, the 49ers, week 14, Washington. So that week they'll probably have to run in that game. But the schedule, it's just the end of the season. Indoors at Dallas, week 15. Indoors in Arizona, week 16. It doesn't get better than that for Jimmy Garoppolo, who's never going to pass, right? Those are the weeks you want the guy. So, if Ayuk's your number one receiver, you're in trouble, but they can get there at the end.
I'll give you the indoor, okay? I'll give you the indoor over the predicting which defenses are going to be good, okay? I won't scoff at that.
I'm predicting Dallas and Arizona have really good offenses.
Oh, West Coast gem. He did it to me.
What's the? Oh, he grabbed Stafford for you.
I waited too late. I probably
nice.
Tuttle, I'm going to do you a favor.
Two picks before.
Take Carson Wentz right now. Just take Carson Wentz, please, and I'll explain.
Two picks.
I got Ertz. I'm down with it.
You got Ertz. That's
so Philadelphia, week 14 against New Orleans.
This is. Let me say this first. This recall of the NFL schedule.
I got it in front of me.
No,
is impressive. Don't say that. Don't say that. Just say this is all off the top of your head, dude. This is impressive.
They play New Orleans week 14, at Arizona week 15, at Dallas week 16. That is the absolute nut schedule of any team if you're trying to look into the future. There is nothing remotely close to that.
So, Britt, you like Miami to be good this year, right?
I don't know, good, but at the plus 800 or 900 to win the AFC East, I think that's reasonable. I think Josh Allen. I don't like Josh Allen. I think he sucks.
Yeah.
In this format, I think he really sucks. If you look at the schedule, I know we talked about that a lot. But yeah, you can.
How do you handle that quarterback spot, or do you not? Like if you want Parker.
Oh man, I'm gonna do something real quick here, and you guys tell me how stupid this is.
All right, let's see. I understand it.
Goddard and Ertz with Wentz.
There's ways.
What
wide receivers? They gotta be one of the best teams to lead in two tight end sets, right?
Right.
I mean, you're committing to
be on the field.
Yeah, you're committing to a third tight end now. Is that something you're okay doing?
Yeah, that's true. You do have to do that.
I don't personally hate it.
Yeah, I don't mind it actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have liked if I would have just taken Matthew Stafford and gotten him, but because you guys missed, I went all out with the Kerryon Johnson pick the round before too. So I'm really committed.
You're totally screwed.
I'm gonna get all the Galladay and Jones are gonna get all the yards.
It's just gonna be DeAndre Swift, baby. That's it. DeAndre Swift the whole way.
I like Swift quite a bit. I think he runs better than Kerryon Johnson. He catches better than Kerryon Johnson. He blocks better than Kerryon Johnson. There's no way he does not take over that back.
Is there any way you draft Tua in best ball right now?
He makes, if you get Parker, who else is catching the ball, and Gesicki? Yeah. Sure, yeah, I would. If that's your last pick in this format, go for it. Because Tua is going to be the quarterback in playoff time.
We did it on the Swellcast lineup, if that's saying anything.
Did you take 3 or 2 quarterbacks in that draft?
It was just Baker. I forget who else they picked. If there was somebody else, it might have just been Baker and Tua.
Yeah. I think if you're going to go the 3 quarterback route, you got some Dolphins. It can make some sense, but definitely a last round flyer. Britt on the clock. Robbie Anderson, huh? With that dynamic Carolina passing attack.
I like Carolina. Carolina's going to score some points this year.
I don't know why everybody thinks that. I think Carolina's going to be absolutely dreadful this year. I mean, Matt Rule he didn't even run a prolific offense when he was at Temple or at Baylor. Like, that's not kind of the style of football that he plays or that he coaches. So I don't know. I haven't drafted much of Carolina at all.
All right. Who?
Go take Ian Thomas now. Come on.
No, there's just too much. I got to make sure. What's Mark Andrews bye week 9? There's way too much disrespect on Austin Hooper. I'm going to go ahead and take
Hawkinson's just sitting there waiting for Tuttle to take him.
TJ Blockinson.
That would be quite the build.
TJ Blockinson.
I don't even know who the Lions backup quarterback is.
Lions backup quarterback? It was the kid from Florida last year, right?
There's Chase Daniel and David Blau. Is currently what.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think that's.
Where did that one guy, the kid from Florida? Oh man, he had like really good weeks in DFS before he got hurt. God,
wasn't it Blau?
Yeah, it was Blau.
There's somebody else. Help me out here,
They had to have
chat.
upgraded it because that just did not.
Blau was third string. This is the guy who's ahead of Blau.
Chase Daniel.
No, but last
Chase Daniel
year.
now.
Yeah.
I thought it was Blau.
No, Blau. There was somebody besides Blau who got.
How are we gonna figure this out?
Go figure it out. I gotta draft the team here. Alan Lazard, baby, number 2 until.
I like that.
Until Antonio Brown shows up.
Can you still get? You're not gonna get Rodgers, maybe.
He went to Florida. What's his name?
Driscoll.
That's it. Driscoll.
Yes, you're right.
Did he go somewhere else, or is he still there?
Chris in chat mentioned it.
Thank you so much for that, Chris. Jeff Driscoll. Yes. He was good in DFS. I didn't play him the week I should have in the King of the Beach qualifier, and I freaking blew it again. So, that was –
Well, Thanksgiving, right?
I think it was Thanksgiving, and then the week after Thanksgiving, I think he played. And it was –
Gosh, I have no idea what to do here.
He played the Saints, if I remember.
You got sniped on Blockinson.
Oh, man, they are really picking on Tuttle.
This is going to be a terrible pick, but whatever.
Homer. Stash.
Homer.
Okay. You got Wentz.
I like the way this team is looking here.
You got to go for
Jace Sternberger?
Yeah, you're going to get some Sternberger.
I like the Sternberger.
I actually do like him, but it might. Is he even being drafted in these things?
Yeah, he's going.
You have your pick. There's
okay.
There's a lot of good tight ends in the last round, if you ask me. That's like one of the spots I'm okay waiting to. That's like my always last pick as a tight end.
Dang, I'm almost up again. Look at this.
Another QB win. Who's that?
So I'm going with the DB take that Chase Edmonds is going to outscore.
Dude, you didn't need another running back. That's where I was going to go. Man, you needed a wide receiver.
I cannot believe you didn't take Big Ben there with Juju.
Yeah, I panicked on the Aaron Rodgers pick. The Aaron Rodgers pick was bad. Dang it.
Let's see.
Waste of $25 right here.
There you go.
Listen, you never
I just
know.
want to do it just to piss off Britt. I got my
Dolphin stack with Ryan Fitzpatrick wins $1 million last year or whatever it was. I mean, anything can happen in these things.
I mean, the injuries last year, man. I just remember looking at my team and how many squads I had out there where I had like no quarterback at the end. It was crazy.
It was like the most injured quarterback year ever. That sort of suppressed wide receiver scoring. You know, Michael Thomas led everybody by like 100 points. That ain't happening again.
All right, I got a couple of guys on my end next round.
Can I tilt how bad Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is real quick?
He's the worst. He gets like 4 fantasy points in the first half, and then when you open it up an hour later, he has 40.
I keep playing him, and it's been frustrating.
Any thoughts on Gronk this year? You like him at all? No.
Maybe if you want to invest in the shake, doesn't his brother have some protein shake company?
I mean,
or something like that?
Not playing football for a year can't be a bad thing for him, right? Like,
I mean, he was like he looked like a robot walking around there, right?
Yeah.
Don't even tell me. All right, good. So I've got my I circled around and got my Jacksonville and Carolina stack. So this is why I got
Minshew.
I got Minshew. I got Curtis. I got Minshew with Shark and Fournette. I've got Bridgewater with Robbie Anderson and Curtis Samuel. So it's not like A+ stacks, but I got a little something going on.
Man, I had just added DeAndre Washington to the queue. And Jordan 93.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna be is he gonna be what Damian Williams was, or like just slightly less? Because in the 14th round, that's a steal.
Yep. How many rounds does this thing go?
18.
All right.
18 rounds. Oh man. I don't love what I got left here, but
Tuttle, you might get the guy you should have drafted if you want to roll out the 3.
Yeah, the problem is I have to do the 3 tight end on this team too.
Oh yeah, that's really gonna limit you.
Right.
It's a little early for Joshua Kelly, but I got Eckler and I like him.
I cannot, for the sake of anything, believe Ben Roethlisberger is still on the board.
I'll take him. I mean, I've got.
It's because Tuttle is Juju, so everyone's trying to stack, and it's just like everyone keeps passing him by.
Yeah, I've got my quarterbacks that I'm looking to go.
I'm still mad at him. He doesn't even have any Detroit players on his team. Get the heck out of here.
Anyone got a lean on Chicago? Who's going to be their starting quarterback?
It's got to be Foles, right?
Yeah.
Got to be Foles. They gave him a 4th round pick for him.
Last I saw, I think Trubisky was like the favorite in Vegas to start.
I'm doing it. I don't care.
I wouldn't draft either of them. Oh, you're going to have triple quarterback, triple tight end. That is.
Well, he's got 4 good enough wide receivers where in theory, and they all. Oh, he's got 2 in week 5 bye, but like, there's ways you can pull this off. I got faith in you, Tuttle, to make good decisions the rest of the way.
I got faith in you, Tuttle.
Oh, I wouldn't. I mean, I should draft 3 straight receivers here, huh?
I mean, I probably would if I were you, but
I got to.
I would take a tight end with your last pick and hit wide receivers if I were you. Oh, Randall Cobb.
I don't know. I could just take a donut from my tight ends, and
I mean, you could, but
it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, mainly because you'll take a donut one week, and if one of them gets hurt, the other one's value is just going to go so much higher that you'll technically be all right, probably. Because
I'm not scared.
I did. I told you I was going to take him.
And I just got the cheap and Big Ben double stack there.
I like Washington there. Apparently Deontay Johnson's going to have 400 receptions and 3,000 yards or something, but it would not surprise me to see James Washington at more like yards than Deontay Johnson.
Okay, I'm mad about the Aaron Rodgers pick. I'm gonna.
Can we make a trade? I'll pick him. I'll take him from you. I got Lazard sitting on my team, so I don't love this because I've got Lamar in a week 8 bye, but I do love the stack, so I'm going to take Haskins way too early because I got McLaurin.
You have another quarterback?
Receiver. What's that?
He's got Lamar and Dwayne.
I got Lamar and Dwayne. I mean, I can't take a bagel for week 8, so I got to take somebody else.
You got to get someone. You can't take a bagel at quarterback. I don't know.
See, that was as bad as my Aaron Rodgers pick, I think.
Oh, there goes Steven Sims. I was trying to get him.
Yeah, that was kind of be my plan to get him too, but.
All right, I'm up here. Let's see. What's sitting out here? Dede.
Is Alshon Jeffrey even alive anymore?
Nobody's drafting that guy at all. I mean,
he's a cheap addition.
Yeah. It's almost certain to start on the pup list.
I'm going to try Corey Davis.
Who took Rager? I mean, drafted by Tenley.
I don't know. I mean, people love that guy, but rookie wide receivers with no preseason games. I mean,
probably too much hype so far.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
I got my little stand. I got 3. I got a triple stack. I don't think I've done one of these yet with a triple stack. So I got Darnold to Crowder. I got my Carolina, and I got my Minshew to Chark. That Jets defense is going to be absolutely atrocious.
Oh man, I don't even have like a this quarterback. Oh God, I really screwed myself on this. Who's taking all these freaking quarterbacks? Dude.
Listen, this is what happens.
I mean, now I got to, who's going to be the quarterback week 8? That's my question right now. No.
There's no quarterback and there's no running back past round 16 in these. So you have to.
I know.
You got to get him.
This guy takes Tyrod. We got a problem here. Don't take Tyrod. Rumpelstiltskin or whatever his name is.
Foles. If you think Foles is starting getting them. Getting Foles this league.
No, I'm taking Tyrod. I got Eckler. I got Mike Williams. I think
the problem is, you got Lamar, and he's probably going to score for you every week anyway. Yeah. But Tyrod is not going to be starting in the playoffs.
You don't think he'll be starting by week 8? That's all I need. I just need him to play week 8. I don't care about any other week. Week 8.
Let's see. Where's the Chargers?
What's this Chargers schedule, Britt? Off the top of your head, go.
Their bye week is week 10.
Okay, who do they play week 8?
Jacksonville. So you.
Oh, bang! I like it.
They play Cincy. Their start of the season is probably one of the best you can get. So if they're somehow playing good, he's going to get some leash, I feel like. But it goes from the best to the worst schedule.
Tuttle.
What do I do here, guys?
All right, we got to wrap up here soon, guys. We've got MLB Grinders Live coming up soon. We also are going to be doing these twice a week, so be monitoring the YouTube page, the Twitter feed, and I'm happy to give away an RG T-shirt to the lowest draft pick each and every draft. So we'll hook you up with that a little bit later. Who'd you take there, Tuttle? Before we get on out of here,
Tyrell, the Gazelle.
The Gazelle. All right. Smiz approved. Thank you guys so much for watching us. Download that Underdog draft app, it's not the draft app, but it's the Underdog Fantasy app. And you can also play it on desktop, iOS, adding new features as well and getting that best ball mania. A lot of fun. And we'll talk to you again soon here on RotoGrinders.com. Stay tuned. Grinders Live coming up next. Here. See you.